Hello guys, Trader Roy here, and I'm just gonna be doing kind of like a weekly analysis for maybe I'll do it maybe I do like analysis every day, keep up with price and hopefully maybe you guys can take some of the trades that I take. But yeah, so let's get into it. So as you can see, I mean I already have an open position here for gold, right? But let me see if I can get specific with this one. Auto, let's see. All right. So let's go into the weekly to just see exactly like what I saw and stuff like that. So, you know, all right. So, so first, you know, price is overall bullish, right? And so we can see. Actually, let me just remove all drawings, right? You can see that price is overall bullish, right? So we go from here to here, then after we go down, we can see that the weekly hasn't been touched, right? So, and then, yeah, we don't have the weekly, hasn't been touched. So then after, we would just go back down to the 1 hour, I mean the daily, sorry, and then we'll see this, right? As you can see, price was, you know, showing lots of exhaustion and also respecting this area, right here, every single time it tapped it. So initially, we thought that price was gonna continue to rise, right, from here. Let me see if I can find, yeah, so we thought the price was gonna rise from here, right? But then price, didn't want to do that, and so price sat at the price shot through the 61.8, and now we have the second level of consideration, which is the 78.6, right? And we even see that price is respecting the 78.6 and is showing, you know, a bullish engulfing right here, right? Possible reversal sign, right? So pretty much, us knowing that, or me personally, me knowing this, I just went down to lower time frames, right? We can see that we were in a downtrend here, so then obviously we um we put our downtrend fibs, right? And you can see that price was respecting the 61.8, right? But we had more confluence with the daily fib on the 78.6, based off of this getting respected off the 4 hour and stuff like that. So, you know, this morning around 6 a.m., right? Pretty much I woke up and I had that thought process. So yeah, I saw that price was respecting this very well. We had lots of bullish engulfings and reversal signals. This candle completely taking over this candle, plus a lots of exhaustion. This candle completely taking over that candle. This candle taking over that candle, lots of exhaustion. And then in this area, price didn't fully close, above this candle, but to me, it was okay because, I already knew where we were, and, this was a consolidation zone. So having all these confluences here, plus this being a 78.6, plus us knowing that, well, me, my strategy, that when the 61.8 is not broken, the 78.6 is still, um, price can still come down to respect it to continue pushing upwards, right? So pretty much, I took my entry off of here and I just gave, some adequate space, right? It was like 90 something pips. So like, yeah, that's pretty good. And after TP was here, and then second TP was here, but I didn't really take it off of here because I just have a, really good feeling that price will probably close above this, and also since it's off the daily, our overall targets overall, you know, it's a lot higher, right? So the target is technically up here, right? We got the 0, and then we have the negative 27. So we just gotta be mindful of that. So I'm pretty much just gonna swing this one out, right? So we're just gonna see how price continues to go up. So if price doesn't respect the 78.6, we're gonna have price probably finish up at the 127, right? And the 127's looking like, a good area for price to maybe reverse, right? So maybe we can take some shorts and stuff like that, you know, down. Or we could possibly just sit it out. We don't have to take a short because we know price is really bullish and it could just possibly shoot through this. So, depending on my risk tolerance and what I'm feeling in how price is reacting to this level, I may take a short or not. But definitely, if price breaks the 78.6 and finishes at the 127, I'll put my fibs from here all the way up there. So pretty much, let's take this one out to just not confuse you guys. We're gonna take this fib, put it up here, and we'll probably get you know, a retracement all the way down here. But guys, that might not be likely, because if the 1 hour does not close, so for example, right, we have these bearish candles right here. So we could just possibly have, uh, a fib from here to wherever that place was. So let's say here, and then, this is a strong support and resistance or whatever, like around here. So maybe price will make a wick and close below that 78.6, and we'll have the 61.8 maybe line up around there, right? So there's many different ways that this can go, but definitely if the 78.6 breaks from here, it's gonna go up. All right, so let's go to a different pair that I have. All right, we have GBPUSD. So GBPUSD, you know, kind of similar, but not really, right? So we have this trend line, right? And I know many of you probably have this trend line, right? And then you saw this trend line break, right? But the thing is that just because the trend line breaks does not mean that the trend changes, right? So we have this, right? Then after we have the 78.6 is being respected along with this strong support and resistance that have been respected many, 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 many times, right? More confluence, right? And then after we have this, so we have this fib. We can go down to the daily, right? And yes, we're in a downtrend, and yes, this trend line broke, but this is probably what's gonna happen, right? So we're gonna have this, right? Overall target again. So we're gonna target the 0, and then after we're gonna target the -27, right? -68 is really unrealistic for like daily targets, so I don't really target them all too much. But we can see that we had this being respected, right? We had a consolidation zone right here, right? We got our fib from right here, right? Price was in the 61.8. Clearly broke both of these levels, right? So we already have reasoning as to why it's going to go up, right? And then after, right? Personally, I would have probably taken it off the right here, taking this trade. I already had some confluence, right? Unfortunately, I missed this trade. Right, we had lots of exhaustion off this level, really good. Then also we had this engulfing pattern. Well, not sort of engulfing, but in my eyes, it engulfed this right here, right? And we had this little doji, so lack of momentum going down and change of momentum going up now, right? So I probably would have taken along here and would have just targeted these two levels, and you can see that it broke through it. So now, pretty much, guys, what I'm waiting for is this, right? So again, the trend line didn't really break yet, right? Because we can adjust them, right? And then after, I saw that the 78.6, actually, sorry, this is wrong. We have this fib right here. So this candle right here, all the way up, right? 61.8. Is that the right one? Sorry, this one. And price. We need to move this. Wait. All right, there we go. So what I'm expecting is, so it can go one of two ways, right? But this is the most likely way it might go, right? So we can see that the 61.8 is a strong support and resistance, right? Uh, Price fell many times. Like if we look on here, it's probably going to be a wick. You see? So now we go back down to the 1 hour, right? So pretty much what I'm expecting is it already made a reversal patterns and stuff like that. So maybe price might consolidate for a while at the 61.8 before making the bigger push, right? But worst case scenario, there's two things that can happen. Either we have price shoot down, close below the 61.8, but respect the 78.6, and then shoot up, or we have that price just makes like a fake breakout down here, comes right back up, and then continues going up. And this can go many ways. That fake breakout it can be that on the 1 hour it closes below, but then after it shoots right back up, and on the 4 hour you'll see that this fib would just be a wick, right? So that could happen. But overall, I see that from here, at least from the 61.8, it's probably gonna keep going up. So yeah, so yeah, that's where I'm personally probably gonna take my trades from here, right? I'm not advising anybody to take any trades or whatever, but that's personally where I'm probably gonna take my trade. Off of here, if I get like a bullish engulfing, if I take it, I'm sorry, I'll take it here, give it some room, like find the wicks and stuff like that. So like in this case, we have this right here, right? This engulfing pattern right here, right there. So technically I would, have like my stop like somewhere around here, you know? Not too crazy, because the bigger your stop loss is, the more your risk to reward gets washed, right? TP1 is here, TP2 is here, right? So we're looking at like a 1 to 3.85, so 1 to 4, right? So yeah, that's my target. So pretty much, as long as I get another candlestick formation around here, or I can just continue going up because of this. So, but hopefully it comes right back down, consolidates a little bit more, right? So that's GBPUSD, US 30, right? And a lot of people say, US 30 and gold correlate, but I try not to correlate them all too much, because that's when you screw up. You can see that gold is pushing up and US 30 is pushing up, not really negatively correlating each other, so that's why I'm not really doing that all too much. But yeah, so the reasoning behind US 30, well, why did it shoot up? Okay, well, like I said, guys, right? 78.6 is not broken, right? For me, I personally would draw my trend line right here and just keep adjusting it, but it doesn't really help you, so I'll probably draw it from here, right? So we had this trend line, right? This trend line broke, right? And then you could have thought that it was going to go short all the way down, right? But no, not really, because why? Because technically you could have shorted it all the way down to these two levels, but in terms of like changing trend, it's probably not going to happen, right? So we have the 78.6 being respected here, tapped. You even have the 61.8 price sitting close below it, so another hint that price is going to continue going higher. And we have the stern support and resistance here, right? Well, one, two, and three reasons, right? So now, well, now we're gonna go down to the daily, right? Daily is still in a downtrend, but since the weekly is stronger than the daily, I just pretty much skip it, right? And what's it called? This is the last fib that was, to me, that was important, right? Had price respected the 78.6, made some bearish candles or whatever, wicks, exhaustion, sort of all sorts of things as to why is gonna go down, then I would have taken the short, but it did not do that, so I didn't take any shorts. I did try to short this, but I got stopped out. You saw that that would have been a good trade. I also tried to short here. Price didn't hit my 61.8, and I lost those two trades. Annoying, but it's whatever. And so yeah, my expectations are now, price might do this, right? So we have this kind of bullish pattern, right? I can see that price may consolidate around this area, maybe hit the 78.6, tap it. If it does that and has a reversal sign, uh, reversal pattern, then I'll be taking longs, right? We have this trend line. Obviously, this trend line will, broke, in certain people's eyes, but for me, it has not. So pretty much what I'm just waiting is for an adjustment for price to shoot up, and yeah. So that's probably the trade that I'd be looking for. Only problem is this trade doesn't really provide too much. How do I say it? Really good risk to reward. So we have not too much space to the negative 27. So is it really worth it? Probably not going to be taking it. But this is the trade. You know what I'm saying? Like this, price might continue rallying up. So this is a possible trade. It all depends on the outlooks and stuff like that. But right now, it's not looking like it's going to provide too good of a risk to reward. So maybe on the 4 hour, right, we might get a bigger pullback. That's if the 78.6 breaks on the 1 hour. If that happens, then we're probably going to get a bigger pullback. But for right now, I see price continue to go higher, right? And so yeah, it's for pretty much for US 30. So you know, we have this trade here, the 78.6, right? And price might continue going higher, but you know, I probably won't take it because it doesn't provide too much of a well, really good risk to reward ratio. It's probably gonna be like a 1-to-1 or something, or maybe even less than that. Not really worth my time. So you know, I'm just gonna wait for price to break the 1 hour trend and continue rallying down. And finally, go to one of these two levels. Definitely looking like it's gonna be the 61.8 for sure. This is probably where price is gonna turn to provide some really nice risk to reward. You know, look at all the space that it goes. So for right here, if we're going down to the 1 hour, uh, you know, and price starts making reversal patterns and certain things here, exhaustion, looking to take a long, and go all the way up to first the 0 and then the negative 27. So yep. So pretty much this. That's pretty much what my outlook is. You know. So yep. Then after we got my last pair. So yeah, this trade I pretty much was gonna take it, but for whatever reason I didn't. What was this? What time was this? 6. Oh, 10 o'clock. Yeah, really tough. I wasn't really gonna wait for a reversal pattern. I kind of knew that this was gonna happen, so that's why I was gonna trade it off of here. My alert went off, and I think I went right back to bed after I placed the gold one, and yeah, I kind of missed this move. I was gonna take it right off of it, the 78.6. Could have put a limit order, but I really don't like doing limit orders all too much. Just I don't know. I like to see price, but definitely this was the trade, and let me show you why, right? Uh, so pretty much I see price pulling back up to here to this level. As you can see, this is the last fib. And so why do I think that? Let me just clear up all the drawing tools and stuff like that. A quick rundown as to why I believe that. So first, you can have your trend line here, or whatever. Broke. I don't really care about it all too much here. Then after, you had this, right? Price clearly broke the 78.6, right? But you know, yeah. So price pretty much closed beyond the 78.6. So we're thinking bearish, right? That's what it is. We have this trend line right here. Then we move on to the daily, right? Um, so we go down here, right? The daily 61.8 is right here, lines up with nice support and resistance, right? You have this. Yeah. So I'm looking to take shorts or looking for short opportunities here, as long as the 4 hour breaks. And so why was I thinking that, you know, why was I thinking to take longs here and stuff like that? Well, I was thinking longs because, and I really liked how this formed, right? I was thinking longs because this was the last row of fib, right? Right here. So as long as this broke, we knew for sure price was going to continue going higher. And I even went down to the 1 hour because I was like, well, I mean, if the 1 hour hasn't broken, the downtrend, then I should be taking the fib from the 1 hour. So pretty much, I looked at that, saw the 78.6, which is very similar to the 4 hour fib. I was like, you know what? Price broke the 78.6 off the 1 hour. I was waiting for the first red candle, and this was a strong support and resistance here. So I was like, 78.6 is looking pretty nice, right? And from there on, you would have taken the trade, could have taken it instantaneously, just because of how much confluence. Didn't really need to wait for candle formation. Oh, sorry, this is the wrong one. And yeah, so it was here. Stop loss could have been somewhere around like 20 pips, because you knew if price went all the way down here, you were kind of wrong, right? First TP was here, second was here, and third was here, right? So it was a 1 to 2, You could have had a better risk to reward had you had a smaller stop loss, but I probably would have went with 20. I think anything below kind of 20 is, I mean, in this situation you could have done it, but it's kind of you're kind of risking it. So 20 pips, and you would have had a 1 to 2, right? Close your position out to here, take 30%, and just let the rest ride. Boom, and you would have been good. So what am I expecting now? Well, I'm expecting that price is probably going to hit the 61.8 from here. So you can see price is consolidating, right? Making another consolidation, and usually what happens is, you know, uh, price consolidates and comes right back down to the 61.8, which is coincidentally a strong support and resistance, right? So we have this probably trend line like this in the future, and price will probably do this. Boom and boom. So that's what I'm expecting, right? I probably will, I'll put an alert actually right now, right? And so that way I can remember. Once, right? So once price hits here, we should be, alert on our toes that, if we have a reversal pattern or some sort of you know, confluence, not confluence, I'm sorry, like a reversal pattern. Yes, if we have a reversal pattern here with lots of exhaustion and stuff like that, then we can take the trade. And I mean, I can't really give you a stop loss right now, but depending on the wick and stuff like that, we figure out what the stop loss would be. And so uh, first take profit is the 0, 30%. Second is the negative 6, negative 27, 30%, and then the last one is the negative 68. So let's just see what possibly could be uh, the risk to reward for this trade. So if we have maybe a 30 pip stop loss, or maybe like 28, something along those lines, right? Max is a 1 to 3. We're looking at like a 1 to 2 and a 1 to 1. Yeah, so we're looking at like maybe possibly like 1 to 3, right? So pretty much, guys, I'm just gonna keep riding this trend, right? So every single day, price pulls back, I'll take a buy, and price pulls back, take a buy, and pretty much my overall target is gonna be here, right? If price doesn't break this trend, it might even possibly continue going higher, but the likelihood of that happening right now is not that likely. So but we just go with the market. The market's telling me that it's going to keep going higher and shooting up. I'll just take it. But if the market's showing me lots of slowdown, momentum and stuff like that, I'll probably take the short here. This is probably where it's looking at. But another thing that might happen is this, right? So this is kind of high, right? And there's a lot of open room for it to go up. So most likely what it's going to do is it's just going to go out kind of slow and build up, because I really wanted to hit this trend line. Patterns really work for me when they hit the trend lines. Once it hits the trend line, it's gonna be like pretty much guaranteed, not guaranteed, but really nice strength to the downside. It's gonna be like the extra confirmation, the extra thing that the market needs to in order for the move to come down, right? If this moves really sharp, you might just have this happen, a wick up here on the daily, and then just come a close down. As soon as that happens, we know that price is going to shoot down, right? So, but yeah, I know I have my analysis. My analysis is kind of fast and stuff like that, but hopefully you guys could keep up, and you guys should have an idea more or less of where the market should be going. So but yeah, that's pretty much all I have for today. If you guys want me to keep doing these kind of videos, if you guys like these, where price goes and stuff like that after this video, hopefully, they follow my analysis pretty well. And, you guys can see kind of like what, how accurate my analysis are. And, maybe I'll do more of these daily or whatever. And maybe I even might backtest. I have a software that allows me to backtest, so I can just randomly go into like, I don't know, 2014 and just trade, and you guys can see how I trade, and I can give you like tips and stuff, but yeah, that's all I have for today. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and you guys have more or less an idea what we're gonna the trades, and happy trading week. All right, goodbye.